Hi YouTube, it's Mitz. Thanks for joining me today. Today's video I wanted to talk about the different types of Midori Traveler's notebook page inserts or page notebook refills. Sometimes, when you're shopping for the notebook refills, you want to know what kind of paper is inside, how thick it is, if it's going to bleed through, stuff like that. So I thought I would do like a brief overview of the different types of notebook inserts that are available for the Midori Traveler's notebook. The first one I wanted to talk about was the blank insert that it came with when I first purchased the Midori Traveler's notebook. And this notebook refill number I believe is 003. If I'm incorrect, I will post the correct number here. So this is the first notebook. And then the second notebook that I purchased was the grid, and this is in the 002. It has 64 pages, and the grid size is 5 by 5 millimeter squared. So it looks like that. And then the other notebook that I wanted to talk about was the watercolor one, and this is in the 012, and it has 48 pages. So with the watercolor book, some people might not know, but the pages are actually perforated down the middle. So if you like, you can do your watercolor paint and then you can actually take it out of the page. You can take out the pages. So it is perforated. Some people don't like the fact that it is, because if you do watercolor, then it might seep into the crease here. So just to give you the heads up that it is perforated in the middle. Then the last book that I received recently is the, I don't know what it's called, it's the lightweight paper, and it is in the 013, and it has 128 pages. So it's significantly more than, I believe the regular, the grid paper and the regular blank page is 64 pages, so the lightweight paper is double. So just to show you a comparison, I used the ballpoint pen here, and with the regular, just the regular blank pages, you can see some shadowing on the back side, but it's really not that noticeable. And especially if you're using it for journaling and artwork, it doesn't really bother. It doesn't bother me anyways. For example, here I did some Zen dangle or doodling using a Kaleido pen, and you can see that the ink is quite dark. But on the other side, you can see a little bit of shadowing, but it's not that bad. It doesn't actually bleed through or anything like that. I don't know if you can see that. So the paper is quite, it's thick enough that it doesn't bother me. I think the paper in the grid notebook and the blank notebook are the same. I don't know what the term is. I guess weight. It feels the same. So I used the ballpoint pen here, and you can see there is a bit of shadowing, but it's really not that bad. And obviously the watercolor, you can't see any shadowing on the other side. The paper is quite thick. Now let's test it out on the lightweight paper. I'm going to use a ballpoint pen, the same ballpoint pen that I used in my other notebooks, and we'll see how it looks like. So it is noticeable, it's quite noticeable compared to the grid and the blank refill. And this is in the ballpoint pen. Let me try using a lip pen and the Dyso Fountain Pen and see the difference. So actually it's not that bad at all. Like, there's no bleeding from the fountain pen or from the lip pen at all. And actually it looks, it's not like significantly darker compared to the ballpoint pen. I'm actually quite surprised. If you can see that. So just to show you for the lip pen, it looks like this. It's basically a felt tip pen, and then the Dyso one looks like that. The Dyso fountain pen, I find that in the blank refill, the blank notebook, is a little bit darker, like the shadowing is a little bit darker, but so I did some here writing. You can see the shadowing here. So you can see the comparison of the shadowing of the Dyso with the lightweight paper and the regular blank paper. It's not a huge difference at all. I'm really surprised at the lightweight paper. It's not that bad. If you're going to journal, I don't think it would, well, for me anyways, it wouldn't bother me. I like the fact that it is, you know, a lot more pages compared to the regular notebooks. The fountain pen with the grid, let me see if I can find one. So I did an entry here, and you can see there, there's a little bit of shadowing, but it's really not that bad. Since I can use this blank page, I'm going to show you the comparison with the ballpoint. And then the lip pen. And then Dyso fountain pen. Because the page, I think the page is same with the grid and the blank, I'll show you the comparison here. This is the ballpoint with the grid paper, and then this is the ballpoint with the lightweight, and then this is the lip pen and Dyso, the Dyso fountain pen. So the shadowing is really not that big of a difference for me anyways. So I have this hard plastic that I use to write when I need a flat surface. So I want to show you how it looks like in the lightweight paper. That's what it looks like. Hopefully you can see that. And in the grid paper, it might be a little bit harder to see because it's already grid, but let's see. Yeah, it's harder to see on the grid paper. You can't really see the lines at all. Whereas with the lightweight, it's a lot easier to see the lines. I don't use this for the lines that much anyways. I use it to have a flat surface, writing surface, so that's the difference there. Obviously the watercolor notebook, you won't be able to see this because the paper is quite thick. Anyways, so that was my super quick review of the different types of notebooks that Midori has to offer. I know you can easily make your own inserts if you don't like the paper that they offer. You can make others. Sorry, there's one more notebook that I don't have, which is the Kraft paper notebook. And I don't know if I'm going to purchase it. I you know, I want to do more writing, like writing in my journal, so that's why I purchased this lightweight, so that I can write more, and because it does have more pages, it will last me a long time. So perhaps in the future, if I do get a Kraft notebook, I will post another video reviewing that. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to message me or leave a comment below. If you want a different type of more detailed video, I'll try and do more close-ups and see if that will help you. But hopefully you found this useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye!